about this process of bhakti here. It's all very clear now. The whole system of how to become perfect is clear to you now completely. No one has any confusion about how to awaken the Dharma love of Krishna within their heart. Yes. You can amplify it.
I might amplify it. I was very happy to hear that you said the writings of the six Goswamis are the greatest theological contribution to the universe. My question is, not so much a question as how to bring those writings into your life and into the lives of other people.
You mentioned, Prabhu, the writings of the six Goswamis is the greatest contribution to humanity. So how to bring this to people in general?
Distributing Prabhupada's books. Because Prabhupada is given in a form which is fully comprehensible in the modern day society. By mass distribution of Prabhupada's books. That's how to bring the teaching of the Goswamis into the general population. A massive distribution of Prabhupada's books. Every home on the whole planet should have a full set of Prabhupada's books. That's how to make it available to everyone. Massive book distribution. And we have to be ourselves living embodiments. So when they meet, they read the books, and they think, well, how do you practice this? Can you really live this? And there has to be some devotees who are living it. So they can meet us as self and say, oh yeah, here's somebody who's actually living these teachings. I read in the next devotion about, going to Mangal Arati. Here's somebody who's going to Mangal Arati every day. There has to be living embodiments, people actually following these books also on the planet. So when they read the books, they can find someone who can train them how to follow the books. That's why our ISKCON is a very important thing. It's society, ISKCON means those people, that society organized by Srila Prabhupada. That society of people who are reading and following Prabhupada's books. That's ISKCON. So the ISKCON devotees are very important. They have to be living embodiments of the Goswami's teachings. Their thoughts, words, and deeds in all time, places, and circumstances. So that people can associate with them and get a full understanding, you see. Devotee is very important, yes.
One more question about the Goswami's teachings. Your the five rasas, and the five rasas is the rasa of friendship and service, and then the final rasa of love, the parental rasa and the conjugal rasa. At what level do devotees practice these rasas, for example, and how should they be given to other people to say, well, this is the rasa you should be having, or this is the rasa that you shouldn't be having?
Of the five primary rasas, in which level do devotees actually practice them, and to what level should it be given by the spiritual master to the disciple?
We simply practice being completely sold out servants of the Guru. That is our position. You see, the rasa is not revealed until one comes to the stage of pure love of God. The Sakti stage, this is the preliminary stage of pure love. There's different levels described by Rupa Goswami. The first level is you have faith in the process. The second step is you associate with devotees. The third stage is you get initiated. The fourth stage is you give up you become completely free of all the influence of passion and ignorance. That's the third stage. The next stage, and that's the fourth stage. And then you develop very solidly fixed up beyond the modes of passion and ignorance. Then you go even higher to where the holy name becomes unlimitedly sweet. Where you can chant Hare Krishna 24 hours, you can sing the kirtan 24 hours. Even if the kirtan leader is off the beat and he can't sing a tune, it doesn't matter. You're just relishing the name. It doesn't have to be musically beautiful. Ruchi stage. Just the name itself is unlimited juice. And then you come to the Asakti stage after that. A complete total attachment to Krishna. You're not attached because it's become so unlimitedly sweet. It's just the name of Krishna. You find unlimited oceans of nectar just in the two syllables Krishna. There are unlimited oceans of nectar just in one utterance of Krishna. That's Ruchi. We can talk about these things, but they're far beyond our consciousness right now. And then you come to the Asakti stage, where you're totally attached to Krishna. Completely, you have no attachment to anything except for Krishna. You're not attached to your body, not attached to your country, your wife, your family, your pride. You have absolutely no attachment except Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. They can kill your body, it doesn't matter. Krishna is all you care about. Then at that stage you can realize your rasa in Krishna. You become automatically know what is my relationship with Krishna. So what was it? So how does it fit? Give me a refresh on the question.
There was the 5 primary rasas, how the devotees practice them, and how the
spiritual
master gives to the
We do
sadhaka.
not practice them right now. We do not practice our rasas. When you come to the Asakti stage and you realize your rasa, then you practice it. To try to practice it now, some devotees have foolishly said we should do, is wrong. Prabhupada warned us against this. Some devotees have actually preached this in this kind, that we should practice a certain rasa now. It's completely bogus, totally against Prabhupada's teaching. I'm trying to help clear up the air on this point, because one devotee actually at the Sunday feast lecture said, okay, now everybody pick your rasa. Pick a rasa, start practicing it. I mean, the guest at the Sunday feast? I mean, even a person who's been initiated for 40 years practicing Krishna consciousness, he's still battling out in the Anartha-Nivritti stage, trying to at least become initiated. Asakti is way, way up there. Now we want to come to that stage, of course. We may not, before we even leave our bodies. We may not. But even if someone does, let's say one of the devotees actually got to the Asakti stage and he realized his rasa, would he say, oh Prabhu, guess what? I'm such and such gopi. Or I'm such and such. Would he say that? No. Would he hint it? No. Would he even subtly hint it? Absolutely not. Because Prabhupada said, when he achieves this, he simply presents himself as a neophyte. He always presents himself as a neophyte. So anybody says, Prabhu, I realize my rasa. This person's off the track. He's really off the track. We see sometimes they do that, they don't follow the regulated principles, that they now have achieved Raga Nuga Bhakti. I don't have to follow the rules and regulations of sadhana because I'm in the Raga Nuga stage, I realize my rasa, now I'm just practicing my rasa. Don't hear anything from them because they're off the track. They're really off the track. We should try to help them, but if they don't want to take our help, what can we do? In Los Angeles, there was a group of devotees who wanted to practice Gopi.
Yeah, I heard.
Gopi Baba. They were called the Gopi Baba Club. And Prabhupada one morning was taking his breakfast in his quarters there in the LA temple. He had a piece of fruit on his plate. He's bringing the fruit to his mouth, and Prajumna walked in and he said, Prabhupada, there's a group of devotees here who just talked about Gopi Baba. That fruit never made it to Prabhupada. I went back in his place and said, call the GBC, call the temple president, call the leader of that group here right now. Prabhupada refused to even take his breakfast. He was so angry. And he chastised that leader, he blooped actually. And he's still a nonsense rascal. He has some newsletter called Pada. His name is Paramshana. He still has some nonsense newsletter, ridiculous garbage blasphemy. He immediately left the movement after Prabhupada first went. He was the leader of this thing. And so, in recent years, some devotees Vrindavan, devotees in Vrindavan sometimes get into this move. Vrindavan is dangerous. One of our brahmacharis is a sannyasi candidate actually, Janardhan Prabhu. You know that famous T-shirt, I lost my heart in Vrindavan? Prabhupada, he said, I lost my brains in Vrindavan. Sometimes people they go into this Sahaja philosophy, and Prabhupada, he called it losing your brains in Vrindavan. So, yeah, those things are described in the Brahma Samhita in different places, and we should know what they are.
Yeah.
But we should know that's not us. That does come, but such a devotee would never speak it to anyone. He would always present himself externally as a neophyte devotee and always follow all the rules and regulations. You would never know. When we asked Prabhupada about his rasa in his internal life, he said, that you do not require. And he said, well, Prabhupada came to us a little bit, that you do not require. He'd be very angry if we tried to delve into his internal life. He refused to ever reveal such a thing. You become absolutely, adamantly angry if someone tried to push him a little bit to reveal him. He would never do. So we have to understand from Srila Prabhupada. There may be different things from other acharyas, but we're Prabhupada Nugas. We have to follow the style and the teachings of Srila Prabhupada, not jump over Prabhupada and go to Bhaktivinoda Thakur or something like that. We have to strictly follow in the line of Srila Prabhupada. That's our perfection. We are very, very contaminated Kali Yugites. We're contaminated with lust, with anger, with greed. We're not like Bengali Vaishnavas of the 19th century. We're in a whole different world. We are very, very contaminated, lusty, wine, women, and song type people. That's a fact. We're very contaminated. So we have to take. And even in India, the people are very contaminated. They're very contaminated with Mayavadi philosophy. And now they're taking on everywhere. The whole world is contaminated. So we have to take exactly what Prabhupada has taught in his books and exactly follow it, and not deviate, taking a little here, a little from there, and coming up with something new and different than what Prabhupada has given us. It will destroy our movement if we do. It will absolutely destroy ISKCON. ISKCON will be finished in a very short time if we deviate from Prabhupada's instructions. He makes it very clear in the next resolution. Very, very clear. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, it does. I
Okay.
only actually have one more question.
All right, just the last one.
Related to this subject.
All right.
I'm not even on the level of neophyte devotee, so. But if you come to the level of a very high neophyte devotee and you don't make it to the finding out your spiritual rasa, do you come back in the next life and reach that stage?
If you don't find out what is your rasa, does that mean you'll have to come back?
So in other words, you didn't get to this. What you're saying is, if you didn't reach the Asakti stage,
Yeah.
you have to come back. Yes, you would have to come back. However, Krishna is very kind. Actually, in one place, Prabhupada said it's not possible to go back in one lifetime. In his books, he's actually stated, you cannot go back to Godhead in one lifetime. But he also said we could. So that means our going back is mercy. He told Tamal Krishna Maharaj, he was the GBC of India. In the early days of India, it was really, really difficult, especially for Westerners. Prabhupada, he didn't have any Indians helping him in India. It was just one Indian with all these American boys trying to organize and deal with all the government officials. And it was very difficult for the American boys in India. Trying to establish, Mayapur, Vrindavan, Bombay. It was extremely difficult. Great, great austerity. And he was put in charge of the whole thing as the GBC of India, and he was completely stressed out from it, He was feeling he was losing his Krishna consciousness, having to deal with all the government officials, going out all day and dealing with all these mundane people. He felt he was worrying about his own Krishna consciousness to Lord Krishna Maharaj. So, or he may have been Adhikari at the time, I don't remember, but he said, Srila Prabhupada, how will I go back to Godhead? My conscience is so polluted by dealing with all this. And Prabhupada said, you simply give this one lifetime completely in the service of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then whatever may be lacking at the last moment, he will cover for you and take you back to Godhead. So that's our hope. You know, whether we can reach the Asakti stage, you know, it's possible. Some devotees say that, oh, nobody in this kind has attained, but you wouldn't know if somebody had. You can't make a blanket statement that nobody in this kind has done it. You can't say that, because even if someone had, they would never reveal it. You would just know he's a very Krishna conscious devotee, that's all you would know. No one's going to reveal it if they're actually following Prabhupada. And if they do reveal it, they haven't really attained it. So you don't know, somebody may have achieved it. We can't say that no one has reached that stage, but at least for myself, I know I'm still battling it out in the Nartha stage. Fighting it out, you know. Battling the rascal mind, beating on my shoes 100 times in the morning, and a broomstick 100 times at night. That's my level. Nartha just battling it out. All the anarthas in my heart. So, for someone like myself, my hope is, actually personally, my personal hope is, mine is, I'm not so inclined to go back to God, because Prabhupada told us to make the whole world Krishna conscious. It's like my temple president one time told me, don't come back from Sankirtan until you've reached your quota. He told me, that was the order, don't come back to the temple until you attain your quota. So my mood is that, well, if we haven't made the whole world Krishna conscious yet, I mean, how can I even go back to Godhead? I got to take birth again. Birth after birth until the whole world becomes Krishna conscious. That's the way I look at it. How can I be so selfish at leaving, you know, not fulfilling Prabhupada's order that we have to deliver the whole world and want to go back to Godhead? Just enjoy, you know, Vrindavan Ras forever, when all these people are still suffering here. That's the way I feel. But, no, Prabhupada confirmed that Jayananda had gone back to Godhead, because he was hearing the holy names upon leaving his body. So we take that as an example. If a devotee, you know, is following the principles, sincerely serving Prabhupada's mission, and he, you know, the devotees were surrounding him with kirtan at the last moment of his life. And we can understand from Prabhupada that in all, you know, that person is most likely gone back to God. You can't really know for sure. You can't really know for sure until you go back and you actually see who's there. I mean, we can't really say for sure. It's not that every devotee who dies automatically goes back to God. It's not like that. Prabhupada said one has to be pure. So if you're not completely pure yet, can you go? Prabhupada did say it's possible. You're 90% pure. Can you still go back? He even said 70% pure. It's like an exam, you know, 70 is a passing grade. You know? So the thing is, don't say, okay, 70% is allowed, so I'm just going to be 70% Krishna conscious, and I'll allow myself 30% sense gratification. You have to sincerely strive to become a pure devotee. And then if you're a little bit lacking, Krishna can throw you some bonus points in the end, help you get over the hump. You know. But Krishna is very kind, and our time is up. So we'll see you all tomorrow morning, Bhagavatam class again, at what time?
7:45.
7:45 tomorrow morning, and then there'll be a lecture again tomorrow night. Here? No, a home program. Okay. So we thank you all very, very much for your participation in this movement. Kindly, fully absorb yourselves in this process and taste the sweetest nectar at each and every minute throughout your 24 hours. Shri Prabhupada ki jai.